of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. Before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
This one, I happened to use the controls on the paddle to move myself around. I can't just go where I'm looking at. That applies. There you go. Ooh, this is weird. Okay. Ooh, something over there.
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl.
Don't go too far.
But you should know by now, winning isn't
I
everything.
would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him. I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win.
So
Someday.
as we center the view. Why has it gone like that? Yeah. In this game, the actual viewpoint's not coupled with where my face is going. So I'm now looking straight ahead. I've got to try and center it up somehow. How do I do that? So press options. Ooh. Didn't expect that. Okay. Recenter. Right, okay. So bloody hell. This is strange. It's not quite in space. Ooh. Okay, so I gotta get through there. Right then, so looking the wrong way. Oh, I see. Yeah. So it's my left paddle. Hang on a minute. Okay then. Let's go forward. So where am I in the map? I'm going up there. So I'm going to get out there. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
I'm at a crossroads now. Good Lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. Two roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or
like
a life of obligation,
on the seat.
Upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Right, no, I'm not. Why can't I get that looking in the right place? Oh well, fuck at that. This is the only game I've got where the direction of sight isn't coupled with where the headset's pointing. Like I'm pointing straight ahead now, looking at my screen. And I press recenter. Oh shit, not that one. Right, okay. I still haven't brought my headlight. We need to work on this one. Ooh, here's one.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organising the affair and keeping it secret.
Ah, that's what it
Obsessed
is.
with Egypt, memorising hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts. So she'll be delighted with what Lord
I think
Croft
what it
has
is, I
come up
got
with.
sunlight coming in through the
Will
window
be good for her.
to my left.
She's been acting up of
That's
late,
what's playing
but
out.
I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been
I'll
so
correct that
buried
later
in
on.
his research. It'll be a nice moment for the two of them to reconnect. And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
Yeah, that's what it is. It thinks I'm off to the left because I got sunlight coming through the window to my left. So I have to close the curtains. I can't do that at the moment because I've got to take all this kit off. Get your kit off. Where am I now? Ah, see, look, that's better. It's catching up with you. Ah, now it's back. Now why is that? So, have I got to pull this? No. Ooh. So, I've got to get down there somehow. No, I've got to go back there, I think. Somehow I managed to get that. It's around here. It's like being there. It really is like being there. Ooh, dear. Right. What else is there? So I could use that for something. Push, pull. Probably that's a bit. So we go. Pull it. I'm holding it. Okay. Oh! It's something to do with this. It's my controller. Ah. Okay. Ah. Okay. I've been holding my controller too low, outside the sensor. That's more like it. Pull this one towards me. Whoa! That's what I've been doing wrong. Yeah. Oh well, bit of a learning curve, guys, but it's great. This is fun. Now this seems to be a maximum speed I can go, and I'm not in a hurry from anything. If I press some... Nope. What's that?
Dad loved a good bottle of wine.
It's all
I can still
hanging in
smell his
3D
favourite
space.
Bordeaux.
Ooh. Yeah, a good bottle of wine. Fancy some of that as well. Okay, that's it. Point the thing around. Oh! It's like a torch in my hand. I see. Ooh, so I'm going. Sorry, getting the two lined up is quite tricky. Right, okay, let's just press options. Recenter, so I'm facing that way, so I turn around using that one. Yep.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair!
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
How do I get behind there? Of course, you've got to be able to see this in 3D to get it. Like, this is terrific. Right, so turn that, like that. That's it, this is our torch. Yay. Just check what else I'm using. Ah, no wonder. Right, I'm now facing my PS3 camera, that's fine. Right then. Oh, that's it. So down there. Let me see. I've got to hold it up so I can see it. Screen. I wonder if I can get down here and get it. Anubis head. Where's that thing I saw a minute ago?
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition.
Ooh, something there.
Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise.
Huh. Ooh.
Water damage from the main hall above.
This is the way out. In which case I'll go back a bit. Yeah, it looks like the way out. There's a bit to explore. Okay, let's go back a bit. I missed a bit, I think. Ooh. There's some up here. Yeah, there's some space up there. Infinity. Yeah, there's something.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Anubis. Funny place to keep your kids' toys. There you go. Ooh. I think I've been here. Yes. That's right. Okay, so there's nothing around there then. Back up here, maybe the way out. This is creepy. Ooh. The surround sound on this is terrific. Looks like a trap. Step over it. Ooh. Yeah, it is a trap. Ooh. Yeah, here we go. Get through here. There's a phobia look behind you. Let's stand up. Oh my god. Ooh. I can stand up. Wow. Whoops. What was that? Move back behind the scenery. Ooh. Right around there. Yeah, there we are.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Anubis. Anubis. I thought it was Anubis. Hand me down that Anubis. Hand me down that Anubis. I'll throw it in the wood. Ooh. Starting to feel a bit giddy. I think it's going to be a short trip. While I recover. There we go. Alright, jump. Do you want to do jump? How do I jump? Up there? How do I get up here? Where's the jump button? Let's see. Oh! Jump me to the top, did it? Yeah, I see. You can't animate climbing. Ooh. I see. To go back down, I have to go. I see. It's interesting. I've got a bit of a headache coming on.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights.
I had a headache before I started out on this. I'm starting to feel a bit sick. But I had a headache before, so I'm going to get myself an aspirin, I think. 7 to find hidden information.
There's a missing page.
Ooh. Sweating on my chair.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long. And it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Ooh.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
Just recentered the focus.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
What else we got? There's some over there. Some over there. Let's call to the room. Put this anti-clockwise fashion. Get up there already. Yeah. Let's try this first. Ooh. 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 That was weird. Ooh.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Can't quite see what's written on there. Tough Jaffa cakes next to William Blake.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Clues on here. Yeah, this could be important. Stay upright. Oh, bugger. Oh, crap. Sod it. That'll do. Christ. That'll do. So, remember that.
No, let me see.
This was always one of my favourite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
It's referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
This must be the way into the...
This picture was taken in the library.
Oh, get it right now. Hidden clues. Go back.
1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
Oh. The camera's that way. Oh, clever.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times.
I have to get up there. Yeah,
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
No, elixir lips.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
That Anubis thing. And the expedition treasure. So number. So that list. How do I get to that?
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though.
Call it Felix. Felix lighter.
The Croft family crest and initials PC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
Oh, that could be bloody crap.
Okay, should be able to light the fireplace now.
Not the fireplace. I'll come back to that. Something we ought to look at first.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
A bit more. Come back to that. Put the music on.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
Oh, nearly headless Nick.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
Ooh. Master key. Well, it's got like that fire. Woof. Hey, that's neat. Could do a bit of warming up at those. Water coming through the roof. Let's go up here then, shall we? Baroque. Ready? Baroque. Don't fix it. That's up. So look. Ah. See that here? Ooh, don't turn around. Use that. Use that. There's nothing up here. Can I get across there? I wonder how this is going. I'm not going to jump around, I don't think. Let's see. Amazing. There's something. Oh, this must be the way out. So the key must be in this box. Okay. Bit of map. Third part.
Blank. Except for the image of a key.
Hold it over the fire. That's why it's invisible ink.
I remember this map now. It leads to the master key. We made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire.
And I wonder where I'm going to find one of those. It's a bit slow. Let's move up a bit. So this is something chasing you. It's a bit spooky. That's it. That way is the way out. But I'll have to hold it in front of this, I expect. Yeah, I thought so.
I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
Trunk near the bookcase. Oh.
X marks the spot, as they say.
Trunk in the bookcase. Yes, is that now what? Push it. Yeah.
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
The Wet Wang.
All right. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
This is fun. Let's open that box. Take the money, open the box. Open the box.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number.
Yeah.
But which one?
Now, how do I get to that? Recall that. Two out of two. Atelier and master. What's the atelier? Over there. Nothing else to look at? No? Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers.
Oh, going the wrong way. Oh yes, I go downstairs.
In the West Wing.
Ooh, this is making me giddy. That's better. West Wing over there.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see...
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
I've been here already. Ooh.
Worse than I thought.
Oh, yeah, another one. Ooh, and then kitty. Ooh. That's the way out. Ooh.
Okay, Laura, keep it together. You're starting to see things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings. Untouched for years, exactly as she left it.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home.
Amazing.
With a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
Sentimental toilet.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young. Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
Yeah, did you believe it?
Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods. And even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Blocks of red. Dad's favourite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination.
That must be there. Completely up there.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
Think Mazza died for you? Think George took that curse for you? It's always been.
What's that?
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favourite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
Ooh. It's like, no,
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
wow. Ooh. Entering the scenery. The surround sounds incredible.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Ooh.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
Anaphylactic. Ooh. Yeah, my eyes out with that. Okay, now where? I wonder if I can find out what W. Ah, I see. Relics. Search for remaining combinations. How many have I got? 57. Didn't seem too far. Ah, that's bad. 31, 54. Yours, 2 out of 2. Combination X. Right. Okay. What is that? It's a sort of ghostly bubble. What is that? Ooh. Oh. Ghostly bubbles. Spooky. The master bedroom. Let's go around here. There must be a weird sounds. Like a clock. What's in there? Yeah, I missed that. You missed that.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
After everything Atlas has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been...
I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas. And then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents. This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
You already get your own bust.
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
Check up there.
Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. There's a date, October something. Damn, the number is faded.
71.
Their anniversary was in October. But which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday. October 13th, Mum's birthday. Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday.
What's that?
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations. Free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
Okay, back to the study to open that safe. Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. The inscription is faded.
Symbols are.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, Or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous at Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
So now what? Scary. Rain. That stuff like real rain out there. Can't move too fast in this place, can you? That's where I started. That's the library.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad.
Now I gotta work out what the clues are. Didn't write it down. How do I find out? Review. Whoops.
Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues.
Yeah, how do I move them? Oh. Enter. Freeze. Ah, alright. Right. One, two, four, red, four.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
So that's 13 or 7. Anubis.
I believe it took this trip to...
Amelia would not have approved.
Somebody haven't found yet.
Amelia left tonight.
Where is it now? Did someone take it? Who was it, Teresa?
Still quite a lot to go. Ah, up there. That's the one.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
So, Anubis. Snake. I think I can't do write the clues down. I knock his head out. Yeah, 10 snake. Okay.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8?
There you go. 2 birds. 2 birds. 2 birds.
I remember this now.
5.
Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyph.
5.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool.
4.
Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia.
5 and 4.
The day of our wedding anniversary.
5, 4. 5, 4. 5, 4. 5.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's
No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No, that's not it.
Oh, it's going busy.
That worked.
Hey. Just the last one.
It makes me happy to know that Dad kept us safe.
Handprint.
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done. And I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate. A test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
He's after.
Dad, what did you do?
What else have we got?
Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it.
Okay, find some secrets. Ooh.
Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page.
Back to the old library.
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
Let's go back to the library and get a fireplace. Come on, move. It's a fire. Yeah, fire's still going. Come on. Bit slow. Stop me feeling sick, I expect. Okay. Here we go. See what we got.
A hidden message.
Oh. Squeeze it up.
What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
Line it up. Just the right way. That's what you got to do. Oh, nearly there. Something. Oh.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
2, 1, sorry, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. What's 1, 2? 1, 4, 2. One, 4, 2. That's the doorway we're going to. Oops. Come on, speed up. Here. Oh, I know. There's a door down there, isn't there? There he is.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun amidst the dust and ruins.
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
So it's going here. What was it, 142, wasn't it? Oh. Hmm. Nothing down here. What's this place? It's a lot of buzzing noise.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did
Yes,
not
please.
go according to plans.
Oh, that one.
I've
Don't put it too
included,
close to
in
me,
addition
though.
to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if
No.
you kept this between us,
Ouch.
but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours.
What was that ringing noise? Alright, okay. So let's go here. Master key. Oh, downstairs again. I've been here. Ooh, what a dizzy though. A clock. Here we go. What's this? Ooh. Oh, I've been here as well. Oh. Okay. Oh, no it's not. Ah, no, maybe that other place. No, I haven't been there before. Perhaps I haven't been here then. Oh, it's the library again. I have been here. So now what? What can I do now? So, let's do the blank there. I just done that. 114. Sizzle. Discovery. Huh. Let's go back up. Huh. All right, now.
instead.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met.
A hidden message.
Ah.
I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
It's not you. It's your old mattress. In the Dreams Up to Half Price Winter Sale, there's free delivery. And now extra.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Every cigarette you smoke causes poison from tar to enter your bloodstream and spread to every part of your body. If you could see the damage, you'd stop. For free quitting support, search smoke free.
Nice.
Now, you could use Rachel, who's a salesperson at Bristol Street Motors. On the other hand, you could have
One previous owner, a little old lady, she just used it very well.
Rachel at Bristol Street Motors is giving on plenty of
A hidden message.
January with fabulous discounts on every one of our superb range of 6,000 used cars. And with a Bristol Street Motors dealership never far away, head there now to make sure you don't miss out. We call this a great way to start the new year. In our biggest ever sale, there's up to 70% off, and right now you can save an extra 10% in our early bird offer. This beautiful Venice bathroom suite is an amazing $299. This fabulous steam shower cabin is just $649. This stylish L-shaped bath and shower screen is now only $199, and save over £100 on this combination unit. Our biggest ever sale, early bird offers, and now on.
It's like Christmas all over again at Asda with up to half price on hundreds of products including George fashion. Shop online and in-store now at George. Exclusively at Asda.
This is the legend of Batman. His origins, his villains, his greatest battles. Batman's story from beginning to end. Together for the first time with exclusive bonus features in new hardback edition. Get your first book, Batman Zero Year, only £2.99 out now. Spend New Year's Day with Bond. The network premiere of Spectre, New Year's Day at 8 on ETV. Toyota Aris Hybrid sponsors ITV movies.
Oh, fucking thing. It's arrest.
Mary Elizabeth Cattermole, of 27 Chislehurst Gardens, Great Tolling, Evesham. Yes, it's here. Mother to Maisie, Ellie and Alfred. Wife to Reginald. Thank you, Alfred. Mary Elizabeth Cattermole. Yes. A wand was taken from you upon your arrival at the ministry today, Mrs. Cattermole. Is this that wand? Would you please tell the court from which window you took it? I got Dad from me. I told him I was when I was 11. It chose me. You're lying. Wands only choose witches, and you are not a witch. Tell me. What on earth are you doing, Albert?
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6, 8? I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase. Blank, except for the image of a key. This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages. A picture with Dad and Anna.
Get the kids. I'll meet you there. We have to get out the country, understand? Mary, do as I say.
My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing. One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition.
Mary? Long story.
I don't have any memory of this. This was for a show in London of Mum's work. Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I... This picture was taken in the library. Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights. I really need to brush up on... One of Dad's Yoruba masks. A gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
I think I'll stop it here. Come back later.